Today in the wood yard, I've got more free wood to unload. Here we go. So yesterday, I worked on a honey-do list for my wife. We have a big locust tree in our backyard, and the branches were growing out into the neighbors and into some pines we have, and a lot of the dead branches were breaking off and falling onto the grass, and she's been kind of hinting to me for about a year now that it was time to get it trimmed up. So yesterday I got a ladder out, took my chainsaws home, and I climbed up the tree, and this is all locusts that I cut up. I cut two real big branches out of the tree and then a whole bunch of dead stuff, trimmed up a whole bunch of things. It looks way better now, so I finally got that done. And what I did was I cut down all the stuff that was, you know, size-wise that would work. And I cut some really tiny stuff here. Normally, I mean, this is about as small as I'll go for a piece. Basically, if I can get my hand around it like that, that's about as small as I'll go. But we had a bunch of little branches like this stuff that I cut up because there was a lot of it. So I got that all done. I'm going to throw it into this pile right here because this is a load that I got the other day that needs to be split. So I'm going to throw the really small chunks right over into the pile that's already split there, because that stuff won't need to be split. These little bitty ones like this, I just chuck over there. And then the bigger stuff I'll throw right here. Now I got a question for you, because as I was doing this, I was thinking, how small do you guys cut stuff? When I get free wood, and if I'm in the woods and I'm cutting the whole tree down, I'll cut stuff down, like I said, generally about this size. It's about as small as I'll go. So what is that, a couple inches, 3 inches, something like that? Maybe like this size right here. That's about as small as I care to go. But I had to clean this up in the yard anyway, so I figured just keep cutting. So I cut lots of little bitty stuff out of there. Limbwood burns really good, especially I like it in the fire pit when we're burning out in the backyard. This real little stuff I like throwing in the fire pit when we're burning. It kind of seems a good use of the wood, or it works great for starting fires too. So that's what I want to know. In the comments, let me know. What do you do for limbwood? Do you keep it? How small do you go? What do you usually do? So I'm going to unload this now, and while I'm doing that, you guys are going to be typing. You're going to be putting in there. Here's how small I go. So here we go, it's unloading time. So there it is. I threw the big chunks over here, I threw the little bitty ones you can see on top of the pile over there because they don't need to be split. So this whole pile here needs to be split eventually. Now today is a Sunday, and yes, I work Sundays whenever I can, like pretty much all of them. And I usually go on Sundays and pick up pallets. So that's what's going to happen next. I'm going for a pallet run because the stores are open. It was a very good day at the pallet stores. I went to one place and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus these runners, that's one place I go to, so I got 8 there. Then I just went to my neighbors and they had these. So I don't even know how many there. I just threw them in and came back. So I'll get them unloaded here and you can count as I pull them. It looks like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think, something like that. Now for those of you that don't know how to get pallets for free, because you can get lots of them for free, first thing you got to do is ask. If you see pallets, just go to the place and go to the front office. Usually it's going to be like an industrial type place, which is what my neighbors are. I saw the guy out there that was the maintenance guy who does the yard work and everything. I just went over and asked him. I said, you guys got pallets here? I see once in a while and I see guys hauling them out. I said, you have a contract or are you trying to get rid of them? He says, take all you want. He says, we can't get rid of them fast enough. He said, there's a place that's supposed to come and get them, but they don't always do it, so take them. And then the other place where I got the batch over here, they had to add on Craigslist, which is where I go quite often to get pallets. I just go on Craigslist and enter pallets, or go on the free section and there will be pallets. You're gonna have to be fast though, because there's guys that will get these and then they resell them. They fix them and resell them. So a lot of times you're gonna get busted pallets like this that are missing a board, or the bottom might be busted from the pallet forks in the factory. Like this will get busted sometimes. But I don't care, it's just for firewood. It's gonna sit outside for 2 or 3 years and keep wood off the ground. So it doesn't really matter if it's busted or not. And a lot of times I'll get boards like this. This was one that was busted off of a pallet or a skid that they had. I'll take these because I'll use these for braces on the side. So I get those a lot of times. And you're gonna get some odd size stuff too. Like the ones right here, these are standard 40 by 48s, these right here, which are the ones I really want, especially if they're made out of oak, which is the best, because pine doesn't last as long. Like this one right here is a pine one. It's not a heavy duty one, but it'll work. And then sometimes you'll get odd sized ones like these little guys up inside of here. These are, I don't even know what they are. They're small. Maybe 3 feet by 3 feet, something like that. Not big, but they'll work. I can use them in spots where I only have a little bit of wood left and I can just do 2 rows and run these, or I'll use them on the ends sometimes to hold up the corners. So yeah, these are probably 3 footers. I might even say on there. Sometimes they'll have it on the, yep, 36 is what it says. There you go. That's what they were. And so yeah, I'll use these a lot of times in the middle to separate 2 full cords, or sometimes I'll use them on the ends, or sometimes I'll just do a row of wood. I'll only do 2 instead of going 4, because if you go 48 inches, you can get 3 rows, so you can do the full cords. You can do, you know, pallets together and then run your three rows, 4 feet high, 8 feet long. But these here, I'll just get 2 rows on. So I'll do a 2-face cord, or 2/3 of a cord roll with these little ones. So there, that's the take from today. I'll bring you over here so you can see. So got this right here and this right here. And again, I usually do it on weekends. Sometimes Saturday morning, Sunday morning is usually the best, because you get the whole week's worth of stuff sitting there. When they come back on Monday or something like that, they start producing more pallets. They'll either put an ad in Craigslist to get rid of them, or they'll just throw them in their dumpsters, or someone else will get them. If you see an ad on Craigslist, go right away. That's why I try to check it almost every day, sometimes every other day, every third day. If I need pallets, I start looking, because if you can look and see on Craigslist when they post it, or you can go to Facebook Marketplace. You know, the time stamp is on there. It'll say posted, you know, 3 hours ago, 2 hours ago, 3 days ago, 2 weeks ago. If something was posted a long time ago, you're probably not going to get the pallets. You got to go right away to get them. And I'll go, a lot of times I'll go and get them, and I'll even talk to me. If it's a new place, I'll talk to people. I'll just go in the office and say, hey, I'm here to pick up these pallets. I know they're free, but I just want to know, how often do you get them? How often do you put them out? Are you looking to get rid of more of them? Do you have any more? I'll help you get them out of here. I've done that, and I've gone right into warehouses, now stacks of them, and I've gotten them. Talk to people. Talk to people, talk to people. It's important. So now that I got the pallets unloaded, I've got the rest of the day to do whatever I want. Should I split some wood? Should I clean up the chunks and clean up all this stuff here? Should I come down over this way? I'm gonna walk down over here. Should I come over here and continue on this stacking? I've got that to do. I've got wood back there to split. I've got wood back there in that corner to split. Oh man, I could do anything I want today. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to start right here. I'm going to start stacking, because this is the oldest wood I have. It's been on the ground the longest, and that's the stuff that down in the bottom corner was a little moldy. And I noticed a lot of the mold, once I uncovered it here, the mold just dries right up. So it's not going to hurt anything. It'll burn fine. So, but I'm going to work on getting this stacked today. So that's what we're going to do next. Here we go. So here's the scoop. I just put another end on this pallet section right here so I can get a full cord right there. I cleaned up all the timbers and stuff and pallets I had from old wood I had stacked right in this area. I put it over there, got that out of there. So now the stacking can begin. So I'm going to take all of this wood, we're going to stack it here, and then we're going to do another one, and I'm going to leave this front area open because I can put more wood in here some other time, some other kind of wood. Because I know if I just keep going with full cords, I probably got 1, 2, maybe 2.5, what's left there. And so I'm going to get that stacked and just kind of work my way that direction, get this all cleaned up. And I'll probably take the glaciers under here, the old log splitter, and all these beams and stuff. I'll get this cleared out so this will all be opened up. Now I just noticed something which I haven't seen in quite a while. This pile right here was these trees that I cut down this past winter. There's some popple and maple in there from all of these. This is one I cut down. And then there's one over there where the radio's sitting. There's a stump there. There's a stump right back here. There's a stump right here. There's a bunch of them here, so that's this wood. But look at this. I stacked it in the wintertime. This whole pile is leaning this direction. I got a feeling when I pulled this wood away, I might lose it. The whole thing might go, yeah, it's really lean and heavy. I don't know if I can push it. As I pull the wood away, I'll kind of keep pushing it that direction, see if I can get it to move over. But I'm gonna start down on this end first, down over here, stacking, and we'll see what happens. So here we go, stackage happens right now. There's one down, one full cord, and there's at least two more in here. I didn't even hardly even eat into the pile very much at all. It's always more than you think. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean out the debris here, get this cleaned up, put down another series of pallets. I'll probably start back a little farther, probably clear this a little bit out right here and start a whole nother section. So that's what's happening next. Here we go again. The stacking is continuing. I got another full cord done, so that's 2 done today, and it looks like there's at least 1.5 cords left here that I have to do, but I'm gonna try to get as much as I can done. I got about another 1.5 hours that I can be here. The pile on the back kind of goes at an angle away from me, so it's getting farther away, which is why it's deeper here. There's more there than I thought, so it's gonna keep going and see how much. I think there's probably another full 1.5 cords there. And I got all the debris down here to clean up. I've been doing that. I've been throwing out the kindling down over this way. And I have some chunks I've been throwing off to the side. And I already wheeled away probably, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe 6 wheelbarrows full of debris. So I'm just gonna keep doing that, get this all cleaned up. It's gonna be really nice once it's all done. So here we go again, more stackage. In the words of the great DJ Khaled, another one. I did 3 full cords. I just finished the 3rd one. So we started down here today. Did this one, and this one, and then this one. And the sum of all fears did occur. I was pulling wood from here, pulling wood from there, and all of a sudden the pile of maple fell over. It's got a really severe lean to it because it was stacked in the winter, and I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it's really leaning that way a lot. I know more is gonna fall. I think I can keep these 2 rows if I can get that one shoved in a little bit up there and then just restack out here. So not the end of the world. And there is a little bit of oak left back here. This little bit, probably, I'm thinking there's about a face cord or so left. Maybe a half a cord, something like that. But I'm gonna stack that right in through here and then pull these pallets out. So I'll finish that tomorrow. And tomorrow will be another day. And tomorrow's the day that you are gonna be back here in the wood yard. Because I'm gonna be back here, you should be back here. Because that's it for today, folks. Please hit the buttons, you know what to do. Hit the like, the subscribe, the share. Whatever you want to do, just poke them, do some stuff, and I'll see you here tomorrow. Good night, Irene.